As I watch video after video on YouTube, I'm starting to feel dumber and dumber because other coaches seem to figure out how they can make a drill game-like and how they can practice players getting open with only one player in a gym by himself. I haven't been able to see that connection yet, so I guess I'm lacking behind these other coaches and how they can really teach getting open when there's nobody covering them. Because to me, if I'm standing in a gym by myself, I'm already open. I don't have to do anything. So I don't know what we're practicing when we're telling players to practice getting open when they start already open. And I don't know how anything is game-like for an invasion game like basketball when there's no defense, let alone no passing options, and when the coach is telling you exactly where to cut and where to shoot. That to me has almost nothing to do with the game, and to me is almost impossible to teach somebody how to get open when there's nobody that they're trying to get away from, or there's no other defense there that they're already open. And to a lot of extent, this is my problem with 5-on-0 offense, especially if you're trying to teach a motion type offense or or zone offense. Because everything in a motion offense or a zone offense is dependent on where the defense is. I mean, if you're running a set play, you can walk through it 5-on-0 because it's kind of going to be the same thing regardless of what the defense does, especially if you're pretty dogmatic about running the play exactly as it's set to be run. But in a motion offense or any type of play that requires decision making or the reading of defense, from a simple standpoint of, if I get a down screen, do I curl, do I flare, do I backdoor? I can't practice those skills both as the cutter and as the passer, and as a screener for that matter, without a defensive player there. So if it's a set play and I want one and only one result from that play, then potentially I can walk through it 5-on-0. But a motion offense, I don't really even see what you're doing when you're walking through a 5-on-0, because everything that you do should be dependent on how the defense aligns and how they defend various screens or motion or whatever your basic concepts of your motion offense are. Same with the zone. I don't know how you practice a zone offense when there's no defensive players there to show you what the zone is. You're just running to spots just because, for no real purpose. There's no real intent. You're just going to a spot because a coach told you that that's where you're supposed to be open. But in reality, when you're playing against a zone, you have to go to an open spot, and that's going to change based on where the defense sets up and what the defense is trying to take away. But from an individual standpoint, I just don't see how practicing in a gym by oneself is practicing getting open, and especially I have no idea how that's game-like.